Hello guys, how are you doing? Yes, I'm back again, trying one more time. So sorry for the absence again. I told you guys I got some more chemo here a while ago and it caused a secondary problem, or they figure it's related. Got on meds for that, which knocked me just stupid, and then they changed the meds, but they were so expensive and they were not covered, so I didn't buy them. I'm getting better. It's just been a slow haul. So here we are in a new game. This was released a couple of days ago. I believe the last count I read, I'm not sure how accurate this is, but 5 million copies have been sold. Apparently, right this minute in Steam. You know what? I could even have a look at that. And there are actually over 1.5 million people playing the game at the moment in Steam at one time. The game's doing pretty well. Apparently, it's a lot like Pokemon. I have only ever played Pokemon one time, so I don't really have a lot to compare to. There's a lot of things that people are taking for granted in this game that go right past me, but I'm learning and I am loving it. I am absolutely loving it. Of the two games you saw that I've already started, one is a solo game where I'm bunging around trying to learn the game, and the other I'm playing with Quill 18 and Rhino, and perhaps some other friends will be joining a multiplayer thing. So I need a name here. We're going to start a new one just for you, and I absolutely will be playing this game in here, and I will be getting back to some of the other games I was doing as well. But this one is going to definitely be a part of my life for a while. The addiction is real. Maybe that's it. The Isle of Addiction. No, oh, that seems. It's the Isles. There's more than one. The Isles of Arran. The Isles of Arran land. I like that. I love Arran. It's this island off the west coast of Scotland, and it's a place that makes me wonderfully happy. It's really good. So I'm going to just call this the Isles of Arranland, which sounds pretty good too. Now, with the settings in here, we're going to look at, notice this normal standard game balance. That's great. Here's one problem I have with normal. Upon death, all equipment and materials are dropped on the spot, and then you got to make some hike across the world to pick stuff back up. Now, this is pretty standard in games. Ark does it. Lots and lots and lots of games do this. I don't like it. Okay. To me, this is just a waste of my life. This is time I can't get back. Now, casual is really nice. Things are a little easier. You get a little more XP. You're going to level quicker. Resources, there's not a lot of difference. I have one game in one, and one in casual, one in normal. I haven't seen much difference. I'm going to be honest. But here's the good one. No penalties when dying. Oh, yeah. Now, and of course, there's always the hardcore, players take more damage, they deal less damage, so just everything's harder. And here, you lose your pals too that are with you. Like, everything goes to hell. Now, here's the cool part. You can pick normal if you want to, and you can come in here and just set up the game however the heck you want. So that's pretty good too. So I'm sitting here going, do I want to tweak this today or just go for the casual thing? Because I don't like it when I drop things on death. I know it's in here somewhere. I'm not seeing it, but I don't know. Maybe we'll just go for that. What's the difference here in stuff? So the capture rate, let's go. The capture rate is, okay, so XP, it's a little bit, 0.3. It's a little bit more. It's not a hell of a lot. This is quite different. Is there an in-between? Well, there's an in-between. So you could have it, if you want it like a little more like normal, but not quite. I don't know. Where are we here? Custom heart, normal, casual. Yeah, that is kind of a big difference. What's down here? Damage from player multiplier. Okay, so you hit a little harder, I guess. All right, I suppose. Damage 2 is a little bit less. I mean, that's a big chunk. That's a little bit. Gatherable items, so you're going to be picking up more things. Well, that's always fun too. The dropped items multiplier. So you get more goodies. I don't evade. Yeah, the raids are kind of fun though. I have to admit, casual. Now it says casual takes them off, but But I've got a casual game. All right, let's just go back. I have a casual game, and I gotta tell you, I got lots and lots and lots of raids. So we could sit and muck around, or we can go with this and just make life a little easier. Most of the people that play games in here with me like it kind of laid back and easy. You know, farm together. We're here to have some fun. We're gonna have some building and play with our little critters. We're not really here to suffer too much. Now, since the battles become much easier, again, I haven't really noticed a hell of a lot of difference. I fought two bosses in here under casual, and I did the same two in normal. Actually, I was a lower level when I did them in normal because I figured I knew the game a little better, and I didn't really notice a hell of a lot of difference. I don't like this one. No penalties when dying. That's the only one I really care about. So, sure. I don't know. I mean, if it's too easy, games get boring too. So, unless you're not looking for a fight at all, like something like Farm Together, right? So, I don't know. There have been some other games. What is it? RimWorld. I find RimWorld is very much an all or nothing sort of thing. You're either going to have constantly escalating fights. They come faster and faster and get harder and harder. That's really the only option. Or no fights at all, which bores me to distraction. So yeah, balance is, yeah, whatever. I need a player name. I've already got, you know what, we'll go for with Evangeline. We'll use the whole name this time. So here we have Evangeline, and we get to make her a little pretty. Now presets, we've got things, you can just pick them with the pink hair and the green hair and the blowing in the wind hair and the big muscular dudes. Oh, he's pretty. Oh, the other day, okay, I didn't know about these filters. Well, I've heard about them, but I've never looked at one before. We were playing with filters the other day. We took a picture of Quill 18 and aged him up, and he looked a lot like this guy. It was amazing. It was actually so cute. I loved it. It was brilliant. But we're going to, now here's the thing. The torso size just basically makes them, you know, kind of oddly deformed. Their arms sort of disappear into the blubber, and it looks like it'd be really uncomfortable climbing a hill like that. So, you know, I mean, a little bit. I don't like them so thin they look like they're disappearing either. So we'll put a little bit of weight on her, make her look like she's got some muscle here. A little bit of arm size, I think, is great. Although, you know, not so much there. But we will add a little bit. I hate these little weenie shoulders they put on female characters all the time in games. It's like we're all walking around with these little pixie shoulders or something, which irritates me. Okay, those arms seem a bit over the top, don't they? Okay, we'll just tweak them a little bit here. And the leg size also includes the hip size, so you can get a little freaky in a hurry. But I think I'm going to drop that just a smidgen. A smidge. I just try to make her look a little more balanced, I think. Yeah, I mean, she's going to be fit. They're jogging everywhere. You would think that would make you kind of fit. The faces are all very much of the same type. We get the little chin that you can poke your eye out with. Oh, we've all hit those mornings. Oh, sleepy. That one's not bad. I kind of like that one. Chin's a bit much, but not too bad. It's not too bad. This one, ooh, them big eyes, big old, smaller eye, big, little, big. That's about the only difference. Now there's a little bit of difference in chin. I guess with these games, you see them from such a distance that having a bigger eyes is probably a good thing. With the saturation, the brightness, do I want these like tone them down a bit? They kind of glow in the dark at the moment, don't they? I like green eyes. I think green eyes are an excellent choice, but they don't really have to be neon. Ooh, those are dark and mysterious. Sure. And you've got, you know, all the other weird eyes if you want to get into that sort of thing. But if you're going to have big eyes, go for the big irises and stuff too. So, I mean, the hair, this is kind of classic for these games. Oh, well, I had that was last year. I'm moving on. I have hair now. It's not that well behaved though. I do have hair now. And then we have all the suburban mom. We've got the child and we've got the suburban mom. And we don't have a lot in between. I mean, I've gone with this one. The other two. I think I'm gonna stick with this because it just feels like a little more sane to me. Oh, I like that though. A nice deep. Oh, that's kind of pretty. I like it. And we could make it a little bit dark, brighter, darker. Whoops, click. There we go. Yeah, that's not too bad. More into the gray, more into the red. You could go with strawberry blonde. Oh, that's really red. It looks like a blonde, but you'd be wrong. That's like a carrot top. I have a friend who has hair like that. That color, it's amazing. It is amazing. I think she's beautiful. Nice dark hair. Brown. I have one with brown. Blues and greens and white and the purples and all the other colors. Okay, there's a blonde. See, that looks blonde, but this is the one that's... Do I want a blonde? No, I'm going with this one. I'm going to stay... You know what? Sometimes you just quit way your head. I'm going to go a little bit darker with it. I'm going to go back to her face, though, and change her eyebrow color, which you pick after or before you pick the hair, which I find kind of odd. But that's okay. We're going to just darken that up a little bit. Actually, we're going to go with that. And then we're going to... Because the eyebrows are usually not quite the same color. That looks pretty good. Yeah, that'll be good. And her voice is whatever. Do I have the sound up? Well, I've got some sound up, but I'm not here. I just turned the music off. I thought I just turned the music off. This is Evangeline. I mean, that'll work, right? She's totally okay. Let's start the we cannot edit the character after the game has started, but it is planned for a future update. Now, they have updated the game a couple of times already. It's only been out, like I said, a couple of days. It sold 1 million copies in the first minute it was out almost. It had sold 2 million by the following day, and the third day in, I've heard it's 5. So the towers are the key. The tree holds the tree. Oh, I have seen a tree that I have not managed to get to yet because I died about 3 times. But I will get there. Now, one thing I hadn't done before is turn around and go back. And I gave it a really quick look yesterday. I streamed this. I will be streaming this again today in one of my other games, either the multiplayer with Quill or my private one. I'm not sure which, but and there are things down here, so turn around and go back, because you just walk on, right? You're just like a horse. You point it in a direction, you say walk on, and then it does. But you don't have to. There are things down here that you're going to want and or need later. So we're going to come down here and snag that. We got somebody's journal. That's cool. Anybody else feel like they need to jump down there? Because I always feel like I need to jump down in places and look around. Ooh, I'm at the top of a big cathedral or something. Lovely. I hadn't noticed that. Oh, more. Wait, there's more. I did not know this. Oh, now we can't do this for too awful long, because what's going to happen is it's going to get dark and we're going to be mucking around in the dark. And it's very, very dark. But look, there's a chest over there. You see that through the arches just ahead? What's down here? Oh, there's a wee critter. You know what? There's probably things down here we should be looking. I wonder. I wonder how we'd get back up. I mean, we probably can. The game's so far, I mean, it is early access. They're not even pretending that this is the entire game. This is the, hint of what is to come. And this is one heck of a hint, let me tell you. I got a key, which I will need. I got some gold, which is always nice to have around, because at some point starting up here in a while, I will want some gold to buy a thing. Look at these cute little cul-de-sacs and little alcoves and all the fun little goobers. So it pays to explore. It is very, very much an exploratory game. Now, there is farming, there are animals, you work with the animals, you can fight with the animals, you can ride them. There's lots and lots of fun things going on. And I really I don't want to get down there. I just don't know how I get back out again. Because we are here. If I go mucking around down there, I mean, what could possibly go wrong? There must be a way back out, right? Dang. You know what we're going to do? We're going to go ahead and get going with the the game proper, and we're gonna come back and do some exploring. Because I haven't been down to that part of that map yet, that southern tip of the map. I have not been down there at all. And it seems like a bad choice. You gotta poke your nose into all the things. Oh, and look at that when you turn around and come back. There's more. More loots. Give me the loots. Now, there is a tutorial. I suppose you can just choose to ignore it if you want to, but it sits up there in the upper right-hand corner of things. It tells you to pick up some branches. You only have to do it the once to say, okay, you know what you're doing. Check the options menu. You hit escape. You go in the survival guide. You can find out lots of fun information into there. Now, that's been ticked off the box and disappears. Open the build menu. We'll get to that when we pick a place to live. And then the technology screen, and we'll look at that. And kidding. First, you find these beautiful things, these great birds on top. They are so pretty. Now we have a fast travel point. You can always travel. There's going to be points we open up all over, and you can always travel back to your base from one of the others. And then there's a fella here. You're going to run into these. Here's the wood. Pick that up. Pick that box. We're going to talk to him or her, whoever, I don't know, a survivor. Castaway. It's been a while since someone who didn't stink of pals. This island is a living hell. Well, define hell. Look at the view behind us, folks. Is this hell to you? Because I don't think so. The people came with us aren't with us any longer. The people I came with aren't with us any longer. Those damn pals, every one of them. Be careful out there. Basic supplies. Toughen up if you're going to survive. You can die. You can die. I would really strongly recommend that you turn off that dropping all your things. Unless you simply like wandering around, gathering up stuff after you've died. And you won't hear it first. You're going to die for a long time. But man, there are some places you're going to get into. You are going to die, okay? This is just going to happen. And again, I've not walked over here before. I just, yeah. And I think this is just where we were. Oh, no, it'd be a while yet before it gets over there, wouldn't it? Quite a while. So here's some of our first critters. Very cool. What do we have in our inventory? Tab will open the inventory. Escape opens this, and then you have to click on inventory. If you hit your tab button, it takes you directly there. So I have one, and I have a tundra outfit. Well, that's a first this early in for me. That's cool beans. And there is wood and bits and bobs. And you know what? I'm sure there's lots of things to explore, but I think we're going to go, we need to go find a place to live. We're going to find a place to put down our first base and start building. Because building is a big thing in this game. You can make some beautiful structures. Really, really quite nice. See, that's where we were heading before. Right down. Oh, now see, see that little shiny right there? That would be something I would have wanted to pick up. But I now know where it is, and we can go back and do it again. All right, then. Cool. Good to know. Good to know. La-da-da-da. Anyway, I know there's a lovely place, and it's relatively easy to defend. There will be raids. I'm pretty sure the raids were turned on. And if they're not, now here's the best part of the game, and this is what I love. You can try a setting like this. And you go, it's too easy, or it's too hard, or there's this one thing I don't like. When just before you start the game again, you can change your settings. You can make it fit the way you want to play. Or maybe you just want it harder today because you just want to go out and smack something, So I find that they've made a lot of really, really nice choices. We're going to want some of these guys straight away, but for right now, I'm just looking for a place to live. And I've not actually been up here before. I've gone straight down into that big flat spot, and that's where I started to build on 2 separate occasions. I've got the 2 games going, and I did the same thing on both. And the funny thing is, the 2 guys I'm playing the game with, they did the same thing in their private games. We've all just been very, very predictable, apparently. There's some ore right there. I mean, that's brilliant. But all I'd be doing is smacking it with my hand, and that just sounds painful. That's kind of nice up here, though. Look at that. Oh, look at that. A new chest I hadn't found before. Oh, ho, ho. Oh, and some more, another little pedestal thing over there on that side, too. Blue beans. I need a copper key. I don't have a key. Did I not get a key? I did not get a key. I thought one of them had offered me a key, but one of the chests before. So we'll have to come back for this when I have a key. But I know it's there now. That helps. I mean, we could build there. That, honestly, I don't know if that's going to be enough space. It'd be nice and easy to defend. The guys, the raids would only have a couple of ways to come at you, which is kind of brilliant. But we're going to head, you know what? We're just going to head down here. I know I'm boring. I'm doing it again, but I know this area pretty good. And it is lovely for building. I mean, look. Ta-da. And you've got that as a view. It's not grim. It is not at all grim. Should be paying more attention to picking up wood and stuff here. But do well. Okay, so this be the place where we are going to live. Now, these trees and rocks, this big ore seam, these things respawn really quickly. I mean, not like instantaneously in seconds, but they do respawn quite quite nicely. They do a pretty good job. They do a really nice job. That I find this game feels like art, except it's drop dead cute. It has all the cute, right? And the animals are not real looking dinosaurs, and I love dinosaurs. So, but this game, it feels a lot like art. You're building, you're working with animals, you're exploring a lot. You know, you're doing some crafting and some farming, and you're just getting things going. It works. It's quite nice. The balance in this thing is lovely. So we're going to go over here, and it says open the build menu and select the primitive workbench. We can do that. And then we're going to craft a sphere. We're going to unlock a thing. Now, here's the B for build. And there's our, we're going to have some different things going on. Up here is across the top, you see there's a 1 on one side and 3 over here. There's going to be a list of different kind of things, or you can use E to wander through different wheels we'll have. But this is all we've got at the moment. And I just got to figure out where I'm going to put this thing. Oh, so how am I going to build this time? How to build this time? I mean, where do we want to place things so they function tidily? Tidy is important to me. I like tidy. I like tidy a lot. Now we're going to just click on F. It's always showing you what to do. You don't have to remember a bazillion things. You know those tutorials that just have you, they tell you all the things and you have to remember all these different arcane keys. This one doesn't do that. It's always showing you what you need. So that's really nice. If we hit escape, we get the technology up here and you can see all these options to have a look at those. What did they say? To learn the sphere thing? Sure. Here's my technology points. There will be ancient technology points. We'll get to those shortly. I am going to want these though. I guess we've got them. We're going to want to make them right away. And I'm going to want the PAL box because that is what is going to give us our I know I'm going to want some storage as well. Repair bench, yeah, pretty soon, actually, pretty soon. So we've got a bunch of do thingies now. Craft a PAL spear. All right, sure. I can't because I need a couple of rocks. But what I'm going to do first, can I do... Nope, not yet. We're going to have to pick up a few rocks, folks. We're just going to have to pick them up the hard way. It's all good. There, beater stone. And another. And yes, we can punch rocks. It always grosses me out. I know there's games that just don't give you a choice sometimes. You've got to run around and smack a rock, and it just hurts my hands to even look at it. Like, must I really do this? So these will probably be the first little goobers we tame right here, these little fur balls. Now, apparently the first 10 critters of one type that you tame And so it's worth doing. It's worth taming 10 of them, even if you don't want more than one of the little blighters. It is definitely worth doing 10 because then you can you get bonuses for those first 10. You get some really nice XP for those. So. So look at this game though. Just look around for a minute. That ruin up on the hill. Look at this beautiful waterfall. We've got, you know, this lovely, look at this. It's just, the colors are great. The animals are so cute. Look down here. I mean, look around. It's just, look at that tree. That, can you see that massive green tree? It's bigger than that mountain. I haven't gotten there yet. I die a lot. I was pretty tired last night when I decided to head out for that tree. I didn't get very far. Well, I got a little further every time, but man, it took some doing. So we start the production, we hit F to get the work done, and as soon as we tame some animals, they're going to be helping with this, or some of them will. See where it says acquire? Remember to pick it up. I'm really good for not picking it up. Then you walk away and go, I know I built the thing. Where'd it go? I don't know. And then it wants us to build a sphere, so we're going to go ahead and do that too. And obviously you can queue up a bunch, and some of the animals are going to help you with various things. So we have crafted a sphere. It's not counting on the tutorial. Early access, there are a few little blips in the game, but there really aren't many. Build a PAL box in a surrounding space. And here's the thing. Here's the one here, guys. It's not in here. Under backup, under the B, we now should have a PAL box, and I need palladium. Okay, so that's okay because we can go smack one of the rocks over here and get that real fast. That is going to become your base. So pay attention to the surrounding area. You're going to see the outline of how big your base is. And I went and built it off at the side of this hill the first time. Didn't even notice. I built it over there under the trees. I thought, oh, we'll have some shade. It'll be nice. And then I started building my house over here, and only half of my house was actually in my base. They'd still let me build it, but then the animals wouldn't go to anything that should have been automated in that particular part. So keep that in mind. So this is, I mean, it's kind of hard to see, but you're going to want this somewhere relatively central to all the things, because this is going to determine where you can build. Man, I really don't know where to put this. You know what, I'm going to pop this baby down right here. We're going to build it, and then I'm going to walk the perimeter and see where my base actually is. And if I don't like it, I'm going to start over, because I can do that pretty easy right now. That's not a big problem. So there is the base, and somewhere we should, if we grab to build something, let's say I wanted to put, oh, insufficient. There, I could put this down. Is it going to show me where my edges are here? See, right there. Okay, so I've come up this far. So that's kind of some wasted space on this side. This is along this edge. That's actually not too bad, because the first base I had, half of it was down below, so I never used it. And then, you know, I think I'm going to move it. I think I'm going to move this over a little bit. Over here, however, it's going into the water. That's, again, more wasted space. And then up that hill. Yeah, you know what? I think we should just move that a tiny bit, huh? Maybe if we just put it, you know, right here in this little, kind of along the edge of there. I think that's probably a better choice. Now, to do that, you go here and you click on this and dismantle. The PAL box cannot be restored. All structures will be disassembled, not placeable outside of a base. So keep that in mind. Some structures will remain. I don't know which is which. All PALs will be stored in the PAL box, so none of the PALs disappear, and that's the important part. But this is okay. We're going to get rid of this right now, because right now it doesn't make any difference at all. And I'm going to grab that and put it over. I figured, what, back here a little bit more, yeah? And I'm going to face it in this direction, though, because I want to. I think this will be a better choice for it. And it is now darkness. We haven't got our first pal yet, but we've got a base that should be situated pretty good. And there's the edge over there, which is showing great at night. And we've still got, oh yeah, so we're still good this way. It did go up the hill over there, but I mean, that's cool. And then over here, we should have this right to the edge now, yeah? And over here goes, oh, look at that, right to the bridge. Perfect. Nailed it. Okay, this is great. All right, we're good. And that is the end of our first day. Now I am going to be putting in a foundation and a bed so you can sleep through the night if you want to. I mean, obviously we want to get a fireplace in here straight away. I would need wood for that, so that means chopping down a tree. I hate cutting down the trees right near the base, but just for you, I'm gonna suffer. Actually, I'm not gonna cut down the whole tree yet. I'm just gonna leave part of it. I'll get enough wood to put up a campfire and leave it. They do respawn very quickly. It's really not a big problem. They do respawn very quickly. Too close to something else. We're gonna build you up here. Choppy choppy, and there we've got some fire, we've got some light, we will stay warm and toasty, and I'm gonna call this one done. This is the beginning of the game. Do have a look around. Your party will, you know, your pals, we'll be looking at that the next time for sure. These are the animals that you kind of get these as a freebie, that you know about them. We'll be taming these quite quickly here pretty soon. You can create a guild if you want to. Because you can open this for other friends to come and play with you, and then they get to, you know, you could make a guild with 3 of you and 3 of the others could have another, or whatever you want. But I will definitely be back with this. Thank you for being here. Patreons, thank you for being in my life. I literally can't live without you, and I love you to death, guys. Take care, everybody. And like I said, I'm streaming this today at 4 Eastern Standard Time. That'll be 9 in the evening if you're in the UK, and I'll be live if you want to see this game played out at higher levels. Bye-bye.